A cloudy morning in Islamorada Bay, Islamorada. We had a comfortable night on the hook. We didn't even swing too much on the anchor. Anchor held well. This is a nice place to stop. We have a convenient dinghy ramp over there with a garbage container that you could throw out your garbage, which is convenient. Matey loved it. And I either just saw a dolphin or a shark. Oh, there it is, a dolphin. Oh, bridge dolphin right back here. Right next to the boat.
Where?
Two of them, at least. Where's my dolphin whistle?
Where is it?
I don't know. Yeah, they were off. Going off in the distance.
I see the dolphin. Where's your dolphin?
I don't know. So there's another bay back there for shallow draft boats. A lot of fishermen coming in and out of there with flats boats and small center consoles. But we are heading out. So we're not sure what our plan is going to be. I'd like to get to nice sandy bottom anchorage. So we could just shoot up this way around this island, Shell Key. This is a good spot to anchor, but it's only about an hour away. Or we could head out one of the inlets to the ocean side. I was going to save that for tomorrow. Wednesday is supposed to be beautiful, low winds. So maybe we'll stay on the inside, especially with the weather looking the way it is. And then head out here tomorrow. And we're planning on going to Alligator Reef over here. But it would be nice to find a nice sandy anchorage around in this area. Nice clear water. We could dive into the boat. I want to scrape the bottom of the boat a little bit. I'm starting to get some small little barnacles that pop right off with a plastic scraper or a fingernail. So I'll get some work done today. One thing we've had a complete lack of was any sandbars that we could pull up to with the dinghy. Haven't seen much of any of that in this part of the Keys. Hopefully when we get a little further south towards more open water, we'll see more of that. But there was plenty of it up towards the Miami area, even going north of that, where you could pull the dinghy up, take the dog for a walk. But not so much down in this neck of the woods. At least on the inside by Islamorada. We're actually going to try a shortcut over here. Looks to be deep enough behind Shell Key Island. That marked channel right there. Narrow. I'm gonna have to be on my toes with the depth, but tide's coming in, got a mid-tide, should be okay. There's a sign you don't see too often. No internal combustion motors. It's really shallow over there. There must be some seagrass they're trying to protect. So far we're good. We got over 8 feet right now. Coming into the channel, it got a little shallower, about 5 feet. But so far so good, right off the mangroves here. And all sand bottom so far. So if you notice, the reds are on the left, and green's on the right, or the starboard. So this isn't an ICW channel. This is actually just another local channel going through the mangroves. So the sea is out in that direction, underneath that bridge. You can barely see it. So we follow the red right return rules as far as the markers go. So we're going out to sea, so our greens are going to be the starboard and our red's going to be the port. If we were coming back in from the ocean, then it would be red right return, at least for this channel. The ICW, the reds are on the mainland side going south on the ICW.
Off station, off station.
All right, we're exiting Shell Key Channel. and it looks like the shallowest water we saw was 5 feet, and that was pretty much at the entrance, the north entrance, just as you're coming into the channel. And it got a little shallower, around 5 feet, also on the south entrance, right around this marker 11 to 12. But it's opening up again. So we draw about 38 inches, and we had no problem going through there at a mid-tide. There were no notes on this shell key channel on avionics. So I'm going to put something there saying that it was safe, minimum 5 feet from the entrance. There are some shoaling marks in here, which I didn't notice any shallow water here. But it's good to have some local information posted on avionics. We are now in, and correct me if I pronounce it wrong, Matecumbe in the Keys, just south of Islamorada, and just north of Marathon, I'm guessing. There are a couple low bridges over here. That's the lower Matacumbe bridge, and that's the upper Matacumbe bridge. Both of them are about 7 to 10 foot clearance, so we cannot get under those bridges. The next bridge down, all the way down there, is the one we can get under. And I'm not exactly sure. They're calling them all the upper and lower Matacumbe bridges. So I'm guessing that's the lower. That has like a 27 foot clearance. These are the lower ones. So we haven't seen it often, but underneath that bridge is the Atlantic Ocean. We're gonna hang a right over here. There's a channel that's on the back side of this key along those power lines. And we may anchor in this bay here. The water looks really clear. It'll be a great spot to dive underneath the boat. And that's the US 1 highway right there. Goes all the way down to the Keys. So we are anchored. Looks like a nice sandy bottom. Got a little road noise here, but we can easily take the dinghy up to shore from Matey. We got some nice views. Right underneath that bridge is the ocean, and it's Bridget approved.
Yes.
She likes it. So yeah, this should be a nice spot to go jump under the boat and do my work. We're in like 10 feet of water, so we should be good. So after a little bit of researching and looking for a pump out in the area, the pickings are slim around here in the Keys for pump outs apparently. The marina we were going to go to, they don't have a pump out. Avionics was incorrect. So I found a safe harbor marina, which is only about a mile or so away from where we are anchored. And we tried calling them, couldn't get them on the phone, left a message. But that's pretty much run of the mill down here. People don't answer phones. But we're going to take a short ride over there to see, in this wind, if they have a pump out. If they do, great. We'll get fuel, pump out, we'll top off our water, and that'll set us up for another week of being on the hook if we so choose. Couple concerns I have is it's a very shallow marina. We do have high tide, so it shouldn't be too bad, but I've read they only have like 3.5 water at low tide. A lot of times that isn't very accurate. So we'll give it a shot. We don't have many choices. I tried calling for the mobile boat pump out, but they only service certain areas, certain days of the week. And we weren't in the area. Had I known that, maybe we could have done it yesterday. But we'll keep our fingers crossed. Any words of wisdom there, Bridge?
Nope, just along for the ride.
Just along for the ride. So we're backtracking here a little bit, but not too much. maybe just a mile. So we had a little bit of a scare coming into this channel, heading towards Safe Harbor, Islamorada. We were following what I've always been taught is follow the markers. So we followed the markers, and it was completely different from what Navionics and my Garmin chart plotter said. But they usually move the markers to match the shoaling. But apparently they didn't move these markers back behind us. And we were in like 2.5 feet of water, picking up the mud back there. I'm going to leave a note, Navionics, to follow Navionics charts over here. But you need to really be on your toes. But once we followed the Navionic chart, it was pretty accurate. Trying to figure out what those little posts are with like blocks or squares on them. We tried calling the Marine on the radio, no answer. So we're gonna have to wing it going in this small inlet. You have water here too? Is it potable water? You drinking water? No, I mean the hose. You could drink the water, right? We put it in the tank. A filter? Well, yeah, we do. Yeah, it's okay though, right? All right. Okay. Yeah, as long as it's got, it's not like salt water or whatever. All right, we were able to fill up in here and top off our water tank. However, they do not have a pump out. So, but it sounds like the mobile pump out boat is going to come to us at our anchorage where we were before. So we're heading back over there. Let me just get the hell out of here, which is a little tricky. Okay, just got off the phone with the pump out boat. He's going to meet us at Little Basin, which is the direction this little boat is going, over that way. Thank God it's high tide. We could possibly, yeah, we should be able to get in there. We see some bigger boats. All right, coming into Little Basin. So far so good. We got over 5 feet, 6 feet. And there's a bunch of houseboats in here, and I see some motor yacht sized boats. Okay, we're anchored here in Little Basin. Very shallow. It's still about 5 feet. We should be good. You got like houseboats. Some larger boats out that way. Nice and protected in here if it wasn't for the shallow waters. We'll just hang out here and wait for the pump out boat for the price of $55 for a mobile pump out. I think this is our pump out boat coming. Yes, it is. I think. No, maybe not. All right, they were here and gone so fast. Florida Keys mobile pump out, $55. And I only had 12 gallons of waste to pump out. We have a 20-gallon tank, so we could have went a lot longer. So that's good to know, Bridge. we could go longer than a week. The two of us on that tank. Smelly business. All right, starting her up and heading back out. As the tide starts to go out, we need to get in deeper water, quick. So this certainly turned out to be a working day for us, but we got everything accomplished that we wanted to, and looks like we might save ourselves some money in the long run with this. So yeah, we got fuel, we got a pump out, and we topped off our water tanks. And we took a few stops to get that all done, but we were able to get fuel and top off water at Safe Harbor, Islamorada, a small rack storage facility there that has fuel. All in all, this is going to save us some money because now we don't have to go to a marina. We got everything done. The only thing we would do at a marina would do some laundry, and we could still get away with it. We actually bought some shirts and stuff along the way, so we'll be sporting them. I got my Sailfish Marina shirt on. So yeah, it's a cloudy day anyway, so a good day to get this stuff done. And tomorrow it's supposed to be nicer, and we are heading out on the ocean, going over to Alligator Reef to do some snorkeling and diving. Looking forward to that. See those crazy currents coming in. The water swirling around the base of the power pole there. Admiral Bridget getting to enjoy the turquoise waters. While Matey watches. That's so funny. It's always fun to watch people getting in this. Oh wow, good job.
Professional.
It has turned out to be a beautiful day. Beautiful views. The Florida Keys. It's time to fire up the grill and get dinner ready. Tomorrow is a big day. Right, Bridge?
Yes, I'm officially on vacation, and we're heading into the ocean.
Yep. Bridget's on vacation, and we're going over there. See you tomorrow.